that, believe me. Anyone wearing a MAGA hat will get to board first, and they will travel first class all the way.
What's up, Patriots? How do you like that, man? MAGA hats to the front. That's the way I'd like to see it. Proper respect was where we should get our respect, man. Okay, transmission is unstable due to a weak network connection. Well, we'll have to see what goes on here. Let's try over here. 30 feet per second. Is anyone in the chat? Can you let me know if this is coming through? This spot usually works pretty good here, but sometimes it doesn't. Let's try facing that way. 29. All right. Oh, there we go. Hey, Priscilla, thank you. Looks good on my side. All right. Hey, lovey bugs. Sounds cool. We're back outside. Finally, we got some nice weather and a lot going on. A lot going on. Don't be a panicking because plenty to panic out there about, and things are getting exposed. We're just finding out how things really work around here. Such as your gas prices. Look at your gas prices, man. This operation in Iran has only been going on for 20 days, 21 days or so right now. And it's impossible that alone could cause our gas prices to increase the outrageous amount that they have come up already. And I think that's just an indicator of the rigged system, corporate America, screwing over the little man, the people who keep them alive. I don't know what we can do to fight against that, but you never know. You never know. It's getting exposed somehow or another. Our team's going to come up with a win on that situation, man. Oh, Mr. Miller, yeah, the farmer here, right? He's still battling it out with the government, you know. The government, they don't get it. They work for us, you know. They should have total transparency on their side, not we got to be under surveillance all the time. They've squandered $39 trillion into debt, squandered us that much far into debt. But you want to go take $1,000 out of your checking account, you're going to have to go through the scrutiny of whatever, you know. They got to run your name through all the systems and make sure, man. Yeah, I saw that, Priscilla. In fact, I was just up at the Amish store, which is also called Miller's. Got all kinds of good stuff, man. Good stuff. I hope I can get through this without coughing like last time. I had the crud, some kind of crud sickness for like 4 days, but I've been dosing up with vitamin C and colloidal silver and golden seal, and that's pretty much gotten rid of it. I'm feeling really good right now. And just about everybody I know has gone through some type of a sickness lately, so who knows what they're doing. We got chemtrails all over the sky today. Who was that? Lee Zeldin, the head of the EPA, says he is going to release all the information that he has about chemtrails and contrails, and just for the American people to digest, which is, I think, a great idea. That way, all the information's going to be out there on what these chemtrails are, why they're doing it. But apparently there was people involved with that program that they had to figure out the toxicity of the chemicals that they are releasing from airplanes. They are doing that, no doubt about it. And they just refused to sign off on it any longer. And I think we'll probably get some some answers on what are they spraying on us and why. Why are they spraying us? Why are they clouding up our skies? If that just can't be good for anything. Can't be good for our lungs. Can't be good for these plants, the trees, the streams, the water. That can't be good. Why are they releasing poisons into the air? So we'll find out. I don't know how they were able to do it in the first place, right? The Iran conflict continues. Over the weekend, Trump gave Iran 48 hours to comply and figure out what they were going to be doing. And that has expired like this morning. So I don't know what happened today yet on that. The Iranians, basically, they got nobody to talk to. There is no contact person for Trump to call up and talk to. So we'll have to see what happens there. And then Iran says, all right, so here's where discernment comes in. Trump puts out True Social posts and says, we had good discussions with Iranians about settling this thing in Iran. And then Iran releases statements that says, nobody talked to us. We don't know what he's talking about. So somebody's lying. It isn't like truth is negotiable. There's the truth and then there's the not truth. So who's lying and why? I could see why. Who knows what's going on? All I know is our team is out on the field right now, and I think they're doing pretty good. You know, they're rocking it. They're crushing tyrants all over the world, and in the meantime, tyrants are getting crushed right here at home, man. And every once in a while, God himself strikes one down, like Robert Mueller. Robert Mueller, the head of the whole Russia investigation that we had to sit through for 2 years at the beginning of Trump's first term, has died. Hallelujah. Take him out, Lord. And I would say he's one of the lucky ones because he's not going to have to pay for his treason against this country. The other ones that are still alive, supposedly, they're going to have to pay. And sooner or later, we're gonna get to the bottom of that. I got a meme that covers this really well here. Right here. You do realize we have to clean up the courts before we can prosecute the deep state, right? Okay, so we got to clean up these courts, man. They're legislating from the bench, which is not their job. We had the infamous Judge Boasberg stood up last week and crushed another one of Trump's policies regarding an investigation into Jerome Powell on his $3 billion remodel of the Federal Reserve Building. And this is what... oh, I didn't have that up there. Hold on. Here we go. Here, I'll show it to you. I thought it was up there. You do realize we have to clean up the courts before we can prosecute the deep state. That is the truth. We can't run these cases through courts with activist judges that are just going to let people go. We've had we had a murder in Chicago, the Chicago area at Loyola University. An 18-year-old beautiful young girl was shot in the head by a Venezuelan illegal immigrant that Biden brought here and that has been ignored by law enforcement. Ignored by the law enforcement. Out on the streets to wreak havoc on our sons and daughters. And not cool. Where does it all end? Where does it all end, man? And then we had this other guy, Joe Kent. He was the head of the counterterrorism unit. He's out. He resigned, I think, before he got fired. He's over on Tucker saying all kinds of stuff. It's really easy to see who's not telling the truth in that scenario. I don't think I'd get too caught up in it. In the meantime, the Democrats in Congress, they continue to be totally ineffective. They have voted against the Save America Act several times now. They're still refusing to fund the Department of Homeland Security in the middle of a war with our with an enemy of ours, Iran, who has authorized 2 hits on the president himself, Iran is responsible for the death of over 1,000 Americans through terrorism that they sponsored throughout the world. And the Democrats in our Congress will not fund the Department of Homeland Security. So I don't know how you can make sense of that. I don't know how we as America got us put up with this. They are derelict in their duties. They should be removed. They should be immediately removed from Congress right now. We need a functioning government here, patriots, and we do not have one. And that is proven every day, and it has been for a long, long time. John Fetterman said, was being interviewed, and they asked John Fetterman, who's the leader of the Democrat Party right now? And John Fetterman said, the Democrat Party doesn't have a leader right now. They have, the leader of the party is Trump derangement syndrome. So that's the scenario that we're in right now, patriots. There is no leader on the Democrats. They are totally, the only thing that they operate on is get Trump. Anything against Trump. If Trump cures cancer, they're going to demand that we continue to suffer from cancer. It's just outrageous what the Democrat Party is putting us through. And I don't know, without getting violent, how do we solve this problem? Because it's been a problem for getting on 20 years now. We had a president for 8 years in this country that wasn't even born in America. Then we had another president for 4 more years that didn't even win the election. And we're just getting played for our nonviolent and complacent nature is getting the best of us. We have sat down and we have taken it from them. And I don't believe it's for the good of this country. It is not for the good of we the people. And we got to come up with a way to fight back. Our way to fight back was to elect Trump. He has got his cabinet in place, and they are kicking butt all over the place. And Congress is totally ineffective. Totally. So right now we got all the TSA agents at the airports are not getting paid right now because the Democrats refuse to fund the Department of Homeland Security. Fortunately, ICE was funded through the big, beautiful bill, and President Trump has offered to put the ICE agents into the airports. And I'm seeing reports yesterday and this morning that the ICE agents in the airports caused an immediate improvement of the long lines. We were hearing lines up to 4 or 5 hours long to go through security at airports all around the country. And as soon as they put the ICE agents in there, I've seen reports from Chicago and other airports that says there is no, the wait line is only what it normally is. So, and 400 people have quit working for the TSA. They've stopped working. They quit their jobs, man. So I'm hoping that these are all these DEI people that the TSA hired under the Biden regime to, I hope those are the ones that are quitting. I hope they're quitting right there. We could be buffering here, Carol. My numbers are looking better now, actually. So I hope this broadcast is getting out there. Father God, let this broadcast get out there. Yeah, Priscilla, I need a haircut. Again. That's the problem. It just keeps getting longer. As of March 17th, the temporary protected status for the Somalis ended. So I think having ICE agents in the airports seems to be a really cool thing. They're they've been flying our money out of the airports. The Somalis have on the Minneapolis fraud. And I think having ICE agents in the airport seems to be a good thing. Took care of the long lines that were in there that the TSA couldn't handle. I think it'd be a really good idea to put the ICE agents at the hospitals too. And there has been people that put the idea out to have ICE agents at the polling stations when we have elections to make sure that the illegals aren't voting in our elections. I think that's a splendid idea, but the Democrats come out and actually say, we can't do that. And then they got judges all lined up to block that action should we take it. That's the game we're playing right now. Right now, there is a sheriff in California named Scott Bianco. He's also running for governor, but he is the sheriff of Riverside, California, Riverside County, California. And he went in and seized all the ballots from the latest election in November that they had there in that county. And this was a unique election in that there were no federal positions in it. It was nothing but local issues. The final count was 650,000 votes, but supposedly there's only 611,000 ballots. So the sheriff took it upon himself, law enforcement, some concerned citizens that were monitoring the situation brought this to his attention, and he is taking action. This is my complaint the whole time. Where is law enforcement? And finally, we got a law enforcement sheriff standing up and doing something about it, and he's taking all kinds of flack from the attorney general in California. He has seized the ballots in that county from the November election. He's refusing to hand them over. They have a rule there that records get destroyed 6 months after an election, which means that those ballots will be destroyed in May, I believe, is the date. And he will not hand them over until a proper count is being done on those ballots. So finally, law enforcement standing up. Where were they the last 12, 15 years, the last 5 elections? I don't know, man. But finally, we got a sheriff standing up for his county, and he's going to make sure that the elections are secure there. What is with you trolls, man? What is your problem? For crying out loud, man. Unbelievable. You guys are demonic, man. God will not be mocked, man. And neither will his people. Let's see, what else, man? So hopefully this pans out in California, man. I don't know if he's going to need help, if he's going to need attorneys or what. But 45,000 extra votes. That's enough to ruin to sway any election these days right now. Out of a 600,000 vote tally, if you can rig 45,000 votes, you can make it go either way you want right there. So good luck to Sheriff Bianco. I think that would be great if he has a victory on election integrity there in California, and hopefully it helps him get elected there, and we get a Republican governor in California to help us out. I did mention that Fetterman earlier said that the leader of the Democrat Party is Trump derangement syndrome. And then like the next day, mainstream media is out there saying Fetterman's popularity is shrinking. And I can tell you for sure that it is not shrinking, man. It is not shrinking. Oh, wow, man. Wow, yeah. Well, my wife, whatever you know about my wife, unbelievable. Out with you. Oh, maybe he has the fake channel and you'll just delete the comments later. So we'll just post this comment. So we know it was in here. So you can't go back and delete your comments, you freaking troll. You guys are unbelievable, man. It's been 3 years. You're following an old guy around with a YouTube channel. What is wrong with you? Look at your life. Is there not a better fight out there in the world than to harass some dude in his 60s with a video camera? I mean, come on, man. What's with that? What is it about my channel that angers you so much? It hurts your little feelings so much that you got to do this every time I go live. Every single time, man. Wow. How do you know my kids don't speak to me? You don't know that. You don't know that. You just make shit up. Oh, no. Okay, are we back? All right, there we go. They pause this channel. Share it to block it. I don't know what that means, Stormbringer, but I do need help here with these trolls. It's just unbelievable. They insist on putting themselves into our videos, and I don't know what to do about it, man. Share it to block it. Let me see here. I'm just a knucklehead with a phone, you know. That's all I know. I know. I don't know what a URL is, Stormbringer. Locket and wide tubes. I know, Tammy. I know. But for crying out loud, man, I'm just a dude with a phone and a YouTube channel. And these people have been following me around for 3 years. Unbelievable. I'm not that. I could do that to them, but I don't. You know? Why would I want to do that? I'm not a pansy. I'm not like a pansy that needs to do something like that. All right, well, thanks for the help there, Storm. I don't know that I can go into studio right now. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. In the meantime, I'll just bitch about them, okay? All right, I'm almost done anyways here. I don't got a whole lot, man. So I'm wondering, you know, y'all can have fun flying. Have fun at the airports there. In the meantime, I'm just going to hang out in my nice little countryside area here, and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to watch Trump kick butt out there in the world and in this country right now. So, is Trump allowing the TSA to remain unfunded? Is he letting this crisis continue so that he can get rid of the DEI people in the TSA? I think he is. The last time I flew, 50% of the people in there were just really strange people, man. People that I didn't want touching me, but they were groping me for me to get on an airplane. That was the last time I ever flew. I'm not going to put myself through that. So it would be nice to be able to fly again if I didn't have to get groped by a transgender person or get x-rayed. I don't want to do that, man. So I'm wondering, 400 people have quit the TSA so far. And I'm thinking these are all the people who don't want to put up with anything. Just like when Kash Patel took over the FBI, a bunch of them self-deported out of the FBI. Just like when Harmeet Dillon took over the constitutional section of the DOJ. 1,000 of them walked out the door. They self-deported themselves right out of their jobs. And that's basically all the people that are protesting right now down in D.C. Check them out, man. They're all unemployed federal workers who quit their jobs because they have TDS so bad that they quit their jobs. They left. They're out of here, man. Good riddance, right? So I'm hoping that this TSA crisis is going to, weed out a lot of like these lame people, and that we could actually get some people to do their jobs. I hope that we can get some Congress people to actually pay them. There was a really bad airplane accident the other day because of confusion in the air towers. I don't know why, but the air tower allowed a fire truck to pass right in front of a plane that was landing. So, and 2 pilots are dead right now. I mean, this is the Democrats not funding this government is costing us lives. Once again, Americans are dying because of the incompetence of this government right now, especially Congress. Congress and judges right now. Those are the 2 people that that's the next battle, I hope. I hope, President Trump, I hope that's the next battle. And then Trump's True Social posts also. Within the last 2 days, he has already posted again about Tina Peters. And he's also made another post about Ashley Babbitt and Michael Bird getting money to run a daycare. Michael Bird's wife has, and it's confusion in the numbers. Some people are saying his wife has earned $192 million through a daycare center, but I think that's a mistake. But she has been running a daycare for 9 or 10 years, getting government money to run a daycare. When we want to bring a kid to daycare, it's like $1,500 a month. But when an illegal wants to put their kids in daycare, it's free. So I don't know, man. But Trump, man, Tina Peters is still on his radar. I don't know why there isn't a vigil in Colorado for Tina Peters yet. I don't know if there isn't one. I do know that I haven't heard of a vigil in Colorado for Tina Peters yet, and I think that's a shame. I think there should have been a vigil long ago. She's been in jail, I'm thinking, getting on like 550 days now. And then also Ashley Babbitt. Let's see. Michael Bird was one of the last pardons from FJB. One of the last auto pen pardons was Michael Bird. So he did get a pardon from the information that I got there. But anyways, that's it. That's it for today. Lock them up is right, General. Let's get serious around here. Americans are still dying. And I don't know. We are not violent people, okay? But what the hell are we supposed to do? We're dying left and right. They've killed hundreds of thousands of us with fentanyl. We've had victims from these illegal migrants here that have killed our young women and children and families with car accidents and murders and burglaries and stuff. What are we supposed to do? For crying out loud. This has got to end. And I don't know. I get all bunched up about it. The only thing is you can just protect yourself at this point. But man, I'd love to see a vigil out in Colorado for Tina Peters, man. That's right, General. We're never going to surrender. Never going to surrender here. There's lots of other good stuff going on. The Department of Education is almost defunct at this point. Trump said that he was going to end the federal Department of Education, and they're going to close it down. And that's one step closer now. We got Lee Zeldin with the chemtrails thing. We've got billions and billions and billions of dollars of fraud that we know about in the in all the departments right now. Nick Shirley's out there exposing more of it. And we got a fraud czar now. J.D. Vance has been assigned to that task with Dr. Oz. And I'm expecting big things from J.D. on these fraud investigations. I want my money back, basically, right? No excuse for it. None whatsoever. It's been going on for over 10 years, man. Wow, they found fentanyl in Barbie packages. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Where is law enforcement? Who's supposed to be looking at that? On all these overlapping law enforcement agencies we got, how come nobody's looking at that, right? So, right on, Tammy Mundy. Thank you for dropping in. Jerry, it was awesome seeing you. We try, Priscilla. We try to do more than them. We're trying to bring it out and pay it, bring it to people's attention. Whatever we can do. Whatever we can do. Whatever we touch is a weapon, remember, from last week. I got a phone. That's my weapon. That's what we're going to do. That's probably why the trolls love us so much, because we are really actually very effective. All right. Yeah, I got some memes here. Sometimes a picture just says 1,000 words, man. And there's one of them. And you could do any silhouette there, A lot of people just mouth off without any brain battery going. I don't know. It's just outrageous. So we got all these, all this government, and that all this corruption has allowed to happen, And we do have all the information. And I like where I live. It's a beautiful place right here. Amen, Tina. Hi, Tina. Man, heart is wicked. It needs a savior, that's for sure. You can't save yourself. That's the lesson that we're here to learn, right? We are definitely here to learn that lesson. All right, had a page of notes, man. Figured I'd just lay it out there for you Patriots to look over. I'm gonna play that video one more time on the way out here because I think it was really funny and I screwed it up somehow coming into this. So I'll say, talk to you later, Patriots. This is Jericho, over and out.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your new captain speaking. Our beautiful ICE officers are now in charge of this airport. That's right. We are the captains now, bitches. To all my illegal aliens, we have a special plane just for you. We'll give you free tacos and cervezas, but we're getting you the hell out of our country. Adios, amigos. If you're a crazy Democrat terrorist, please report to your nearest TSA checkpoint for a full cavity search. You'll probably enjoy that, believe me. Anyone wearing a MAGA hat will get to board first, and they will travel first class all the way. What are you doing?
That's right, man. MAGA hats to the front of the line. Take her easy, Patriots. God bless you all.